Good afternoon. It is Monday, February 14th, 2022, Valentine's Day, Super Bowl hangover day. It's nearly noon my time. I just got back from a bunch of errands and seeing the doctor, and I got a bunch of messages asking me to record another video with this message. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of the people that are tapped into these videos. I think we got seen by over 17,000 people since last night, and that's pretty extraordinary. And people are sharing or arguing or saying things like maybe I don't know what I'm talking about or who I am, who am I, that sort of thing, as well as people that are like, oh, he's right. So it's creating the dialogue out there that's going to get probably pretty intense. But I just wanted to say first and foremost, thank you to everybody, good, bad, or indifferent, for sharing. And I was also asked to deliver this message as well for those of you who aren't familiar with our work. Most things that we get out of media today have some sort of ideological bent or a construct. I certainly have, a frame of mind of where I come from and how I think about things through the course of history and who I am and all of those other things. But the way that we approached our work in our monumental series, The Con, which is at www.thecon.tv, is we didn't pull any punches. We didn't have any ideological bent. This is a story about corruption of our system that is targeting all of us and affects all of us and is destroying all of us because it's betrayed all of us. As I said in my previous video, I mean, really, the United States is about, the premise and the integrity of law, that nobody's above the law, and that, the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. And I got that backwards, sorry, but life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. Actually, I did get it right. And really all of those principles that we think we are. So that when we hear, for example, during yesterday's Super Bowl, the national anthem, that it brings a tear to our eyes because, we want to believe of ourselves as a special place, where, we're home of the free and land of the brave, that sort of thing. And, that actually what we do in this country matters and that, freedom matters and that, the opportunity to become what you aspire to be is a possibility, and all of those things that come with freedom and the opportunities that this country is supposed to bestow upon all of us, just based on what the system is. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is that we've all been betrayed, we've all been looted, we've all been deceived, we've been lied to by a system of power that's incredibly clever, that operates behind the shadows and the veil of the legal system and what they do with the construct within Congress and many other aspects of power that is run and fueled by money that is lying, stealing, and deceiving every which way to Sunday, and we're none the wiser. And I continue to send these videos with the hope that it's going to provide some education, provide some insight, give you the opportunity to find our work at thecon.tv, www.thecon.tv. And many of you are just kind of questioning if you're just seeing this for the first time, aside from asking questions of who I am and why you want to listen to me and that sort of thing, is why isn't the Con on Netflix? Why isn't the Con on HBO? Why isn't the Con somewhere that I could see possibly for free or all those kinds of things? Well, I don't have evidence of this. I think it's anecdotal. I've been in the film and television industry for now over 2 decades. I've been at the highest levels of the industry. I know how the business works. We've been represented by some of the biggest players in the industry. And we came into brick walls time and time again. And when you kind of unpack really what's been going on, which is just the revelation of everything I'm telling you, is that all of Hollywood, whether it's Netflix or HBO, Time Warner, which is the parent company of HBO, and one of the, I think now we're down to 5 major parent companies, they all get its financing, its lifeblood, and they all do their IPOs and they do all of their structured debt and all of the rest of it through the people that we reveal. Which obviously, if you're a gatekeeper at one of those institutions and your income depends on making sure the money flows from these institutions that enable you to greenlight a lot of projects, maybe you might be a little bit shy about pulling the green light on a project that reveals that they're completely corrupt and they've corrupted the United States and they've betrayed the United States and everything that is. And I know it sounds like pretty heavy duty language because it is. it's I've said it in previous interviews or emails before, but Osama bin Laden could never dream of doing what Wall Street has done to us. The damage, the collateral damage, what Wall Street has done to the American people over the course of 4 decades is insanity. And I heard it put this way a couple of days ago, and I think I'm going to stick with this analogy because I think this is a good idea, a good thought to leave you with, or a good notion to leave you with. The system exists to exploit 200 plus million people for the benefit of maybe a million people. You guys know about the Confederacy, you know about slave labor and exploitation and all those kinds of things. Yeah, that's what it is. And is that capitalism? It actually isn't capitalism. And why isn't it capitalism? Well, because capitalism requires risk reward. And unfortunately, there is no risk. It's a sure thing. They've got it completely closed loop from the Federal Reserve through the asset managers like BlackRock and Blackstone, through the hedge funds and the private equity titans, and ultimately everything that constitutes Wall Street, and then of course the big banks, the too big to fail banks. They're all in concert, working on behalf of themselves at your expense. This isn't like hyperbole. This isn't blaming somebody behind the curtain that you don't know. I'm telling you exactly who they are. And they aren't just one religion. They aren't one gender. They aren't one, race. They're actually all of the above. They really are. But they just happen to work for a corrupt system. And we're all getting played and set up by them. And so anyway, for everybody who has been sharing and liking and posting and reposting and arguing and all of those other things, thank you. We deeply appreciate you. I'm desperately trying to grow a civil rights-like movement to purge corruption from our system, and there's only one way we can do that, and that's with the facts. And they're in the con at www.thecon.tv. Literally, if we had 10, 20, 30 million people that knew the facts, we could probably pressure our government to actually do something about this. And it would be the right way to do it. And I'll actually tell you what I think it is. It's called the resurrection, not the insurrection. I would love to see tens of millions of people so furious that it spawns, several 100,000 to surround the Capitol peacefully, not like what happened on January 6th, but to demand that we got to purge corruption because that's what we're dealing with. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thanks for you for tuning in and sharing. Onwards and upwards. I'm Patrick Lovell, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.